moving straight on with the action to our fourth contest of the afternoon. Entering the case first into the red corner. Make some noise for Maya Weafer.
Well, Maya Weafer got her introduction, but what needs no introduction is SPG Ireland and the incredible level of fighters and the stable of fighters that they have procured over the last 15 years.
And a good walk outside. A zombie by the cranberry. Oh, I love that. Any particular fight you can think of out of SPG? Any famous ones come to mind?
No. Who's that karate fella back in the day from Iceland?
Gunnar Nelson.
Gunnar Nelson.
I love Gunnar Nelson.
He was good. Artem Lobov.
Artem Lobov.
John
He invented some kind of whiskey on the
something like that. Those guys, they're quite good. And then there's like a bunch of people that got. There was that guy that got dusted up by Tom Creasy quite badly. So, just saying. You got a big gym behind you. There's a lot of experience there. It's just making sure that you take the right kind of experiences from that gym.
We haven't had John Kavanagh come over to a battle arena yet, have we? That'd be nice. Is that John Kavanagh? I keep hoping.
No. Yeah. It's alright.
Danny Batten beat him up back in the day, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I do love this song.
It is good. And who covers it as well? The heavy metal covers it. I like the original. It's the best. SPG Ireland. They come all the way from Ireland to be here on Battle Arena. They know it's Europe's #1 amateur MMA promotion and soon to be pro. And of course, brought to you by Tripod Private Team Players and Eric Spike here. The best fight here where in the cage or on the street. So, apology, you've got bad knees like me, you like to deadlift too much, you need big old knee straps. Be impressed by my deadlift, Steve, incredibly this morning.
It's like I said, a good pull, you can pull 170 kilos.
I know you can do more. I know.
No, I don't do it anymore. Slow, light.
And her opponent entering the match in the cage into the blue corner. Please make some noise for Molly Cooper.
Is that the Molly Cooper that's a Waco World Champion?
I believe it is. And is there any particular techniques we should be looking out for tonight, Chris?
A jumping spin and tornado kick.
Jumping, spinning tornado kick, as opposed to your, like, grounded tornado kick. A hurricane kick.
Well, I think one tornado kick's like a skip. I think hers was more of a jump.
Gosh.
Also, I think
She's rocking Nottingham MMA, though.
what happens with someone that's so experienced, even in a slightly different martial art, she's been here hundreds of times, as in waiting on the edge of the mat for hours, the nurse, the preparation, the making weight, the travel. She's so experienced in all that thing, all those elements of this sport, that the cage bit, she might not be that experienced in. Everything else she's super experienced.
Exactly, because all fights start standing, that first initial contact is going to be something that Molly Cooper is very, very well versed in. And Paul Bukowski, the big Bukowski in your corner.
Yeah.
AJJ Blackwell, you know that won't have been overlooked. So go out there and throw crazy spinning kicks and triangles off your back. I think that's a good approach.
Yeah, we said it from the Nottingham MMA crew before. They're so well versed, and I'm sure Molly Cooper. It's one of the things, if you're such a high level of one of these disciplines that make up this martial art, you can go in and you can spend all your time working on those weaknesses. You know, she doesn't need to do X amount of Thai boxing. Okay, she's going to be such a level already. She can come in and just focus on the groundwork, wrestling, and even that, you know, if she really needs to worry about shooting doubles, or is it just get kills brawls, get back to the what she does.
Weight 57.1 kilograms, representing SPG Ireland. Make some noise for Maya Weafer. And her opponent fights on in the blue corner. Weight 56.4 kilograms, representing Nottingham MMA. Make some noise for Molly Cooper.
So Maya Weaver in the green, Molly Cooper in the black. Any predictions, Steve?
Legitimate prediction. Maya Weafer submission in the second round. Hopeful.
Molly Cooper spinning back kick.
15 seconds in. Let's see how this goes. The thing that's interesting with that kind of side in, love that. Nice little bouncing side kick. Hook kick, beautiful.
Front leg hook kick.
What I like about that is it doesn't cause the hips to be squared, so that the takedowns are a little bit harder. Now she's working on a crossface there.
This is what Molly Cooper didn't want. She wanted to stay bouncing on her feet just like that. Just didn't quite have the range. If you look at the likes of Michael Venom Page, they can stay so long. And she, I think Bellator cage is probably a little bit larger as well, which kind of aids that.
She's establishing the jab early. She's done really well to kind of hike Maya Weaver up, get her head a bit higher there. Now she's pushing the chin. She's trying to get her own head in there. This is excellent cage wrestling.
Yeah, she's right in her corner, getting the advice. And the impressive thing about Molly is she's so calm.
She's
cycling
through the techniques. Very good cross-facing. Nice lift here. She does well to good knee here.
She probably knew this was going to be an element of this fight. She didn't want it, but it was going to be here. She turned her in.
I thought she had double unders there with how well she controlled the upper body. This is excellent work from a former world champion kickboxer. Yes. Sorry folks. I love that.
Speed.
I'm just very enthusiastic. That is cool.
You jump in, I'm going to psych you in the body.
That is cool. Somebody's not coming very forward. And this, you know what? Weaver's doing the right thing with her head, kind of a bit of lateral movement, but she needs that same thing moving off.
Look at Cooper.
I'm starting to see her get nice and controlled here. A little bit too far out. Comes up.
Loving this, Steve.
She's picking apart the body here, and that's going to really pay off. Oh, she hit that right hand there, and I saw Maya Weaver did not like it. She spat it out like it was a piece of gum.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cooper rushed in there. Good advice from the corner of SBG. Oh, this is much more like it for Maya Weaver.
She really does need to slow it down. So controlling these positions, landing some knees. It's a good position.
Calm as Molly Cooper, Steve. Look, she just looks like she's for the bus.
Yeah, she's making calculations behind those eyes of hers.
Yeah.
She can correct so far. It does look like Weaver is a bit larger.
Yeah, it's interesting. Who's cutting more? 68 kilograms. It's also
definitely both of them very strong, but I'm really liking the head position that Cooper's finding herself in. She's quite clever. She's pushing up on that chin and getting her head right under the chin. Weaver.
Oh, nice timing on that.
This is it.
Molly Cooper.
Somebody's taking some wrestling. Ooh, that left hand definitely landed on the chin.
You were talking about this earlier, Steve. You know, if you're a master of one martial art, you're going to be so coachable in the others.
This is great. This is great from Cooper because now she's really leaning on her. She could break away and start looking for some more striking, but she's leaning on Weaver, making her really carry herself. We're seeing some big breaths coming there from the SBG.
Yeah, it's the Molly Cooper show.
Fighter.
The first round.
Those side kicks. Woo. They were just stabbing in. That's textbook stuff.
It's such a different style to what we normally see with Thai boxing, with keeping the range.
Being able to chamber that kick and fire it in so fast.
Yeah.
Just really well put together.
Very unusual and effective.
This unfortunately is very poor body language from the SBG corner. I'm sorry. I would never let my because it just shows weakness in front of the other fighters. Now I did say that out
loud. Take the stool in next
to
time.
try to upset
nice,
the SBG
dude.
guy.
So mean.
Only because SBG is such a big gym, and they need to be brought down a peg every once in a while.
It's good time off.
So yeah, like right now he's gonna have to help her up off the ground. She's looking at that, and she stayed on her feet the whole time. Right? I'm just saying, taking the stool is a sign of weakness to me. But then
Lindsay doesn't even have a mouth open, Steve. She's not.
Watch, she's going to settle back in, and watch, it's going to be more of the same.
She hasn't spun yet. I can feel it coming, Steve. It's something coming. It's something coming. She's building up to it. It's going to be a big old spin.
Watch, she might hook kick that, because we saw that little hook kick earlier on.
Front leg hook kick.
There has been Wonder Boy, but this is Wonder Girl Molly Cooper. Wonder Woman, pardon me. Another kick.
Nice. Just Cooper just slides out of range.
Now this might be a little bit to ask, but that bouncing on that lead foot, timing that well and landing calf kicks could help.
Yeah, it's very true.
I'd like to see her circle
to it. Sean O'Malley got caught with kind of
another one.
Do a similar thing.
The thud that you hear when that side kick stabs in. She's reading the reactions. Reading the reactions.
What's interesting as well, so Molly Cooper is clearly right-handed, but she stands southpaw. It's very common for these Waco kind of points fighter style. It means her lead leg and her lead hook is so dangerous.
Oh, there you go. I saw it. Calf kick. Boom.
Yeah, so opportunities there.
I also know the lottery numbers. There we go.
Cooper.
Nice side kicks. These are glancing off the chest and abdomen of Weaver. Weaver just look, elbows out. Like, she's almost inviting those stabbing kicks.
This is Cooper's game. She's happy to just control the middle, pepper you with shots, win the points. This is what she's spent her whole life doing, and she's clearly damn good at it as well. Front leg axe kick, Steve.
Let's see if we can get another one of those throws. She's got double underhooks here, which is great from Weaver.
Yeah.
But can she make it happen? She really got to hike her up on her hip. She's got to step in deeply. She's got Molly Cooper up on the hip right now.
Yeah.
But Cooper's doing really well to kind of snake around the back, keep her, and it's that head position again. She's got excellent head position in the neck of Weaver, and she's going to use that to keep it standing.
It's very impressive to close the distance on the axe kick, and also great defense by Molly Cooper. Like you talked about, Steve, that head position.
I feel like I'd be insensitive if I didn't mention the awesome clothing of both ladies, but I'm really digging that whole Gymshark attire, this little kind of green camo thing that
cool.
Weaver's got going on. Really nice. I hope they make it my size. But again, now Weaver's owning the head position. This is how you make it dirty. This is good. Now she can drop in a little bit lower. I don't think she should be going for doubles, but singles.
She's figuring out how to use that weight advantage as well.
She's trying to, but again, there's a power underhook. We were such good friends, Molly Cooper, until this moment. Oh, wow. Right now she needs to widen her legs. If she separates her legs a bit, ooh, good. There we go. Smashing into that right side, which is where that liver is for Weaver.
Molly Cooper refusing to try too hard.
I think you're right. I think this is about experience. It's not about sparking her out early. It's about getting that experience going, having that time in the cage. Now let's see if there's another approach here. Oh, now she's standing up. Good. That's nice. I'm glad the corner's listening.
The body language is just better.
No.
The body language is better. That was much better round the second half of that round for Maya Weaver, closing that distance, better head position, using her size advantage, keeping that pressure on her. But
that's
not really doing a lot. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what you have to do early. And I think the real difference in those clinch exchanges is the head position of Cooper, because she's constantly fighting to get the top of her head under the chin of Weaver, and that's keeping her out of the fight, really. But we saw a little bit of the answer to that from Weaver at the end of the second round. Can she carry it around into the third? This is the question. There's a lot of input being given from 2004 Conor McGregor here, and I do appreciate that, but you don't want to overtalk, right? Jab to clinch in, do not come up the middle, and get your head under the chin.
I think he gave some pretty solid advice to closing the distance, not playing Molly's game.
I think there's a big future for that 2004
Sidekick is just fine.
Beautiful. Nice little smack.
This is what she wants early. This is much better for Maya Weaver. Close that distance, play her game, use the pressure.
Beautiful. Don't wait. Yep. There we go. She's got her up.
Really?
Oh, it was momentarily there. Oh, I think Cooper's given it to her, though. She sagged her hips a bit. She can't find that crossface. That's not what you want. You want to push the head away. And she's got an enforced crossface here. She might be able to rip it off her hip. This was good in the first round. She was able to use it to get the grip above the hips here.
People looking to her corner, getting advice.
Good corner work. This is really good corner work from SBG again. But then she pulls him out. And I don't know if Molly Cooper's going to let you off with that.
I mean, traditionally you don't want to pull down. It's an unusual strategy.
That was so hard.
Yeah, she worked so hard for it.
She got up, and then it's just, unfortunately, she went for a double finish in a position where you should have been looking to step in and get legs in between. She's really taking some damage here.
Molly Cooper spinning on top. Really good jiu-jitsu from Molly Cooper. We were thinking, this is just going to be a striker versus grappler kind of deal. Definitely not.
And now Molly Cooper engages the clinch work.
Molly's trying to separate.
He's at the middle.
Molly Cooper's going to spin. It's a no spin, Steve. I want to spin.
We all want to see this stuff. Come on, she's won 2 rounds, right? She's winning this one. Look, she kind of goes into like a little trance here. She's looking at her eyes.
Oh, look at that little smile, look in the eyes. She's coming.
Are you scared?
She's coming.
That's what she's asking. Are you scared?
She wants to play the
This
game.
is nice. This is great. You see, mouth open. Really, it's very tired. This has been a tiring pace for Weaver to keep up. In her defense, and kudos to her, she's kept coming forward the whole time. She's tried to establish some sort of way, and look, she lands a right hand and she enters in on the clinch here. If she can get her hands together and pinch her elbows, she could get that takedown. But Molly's doing so well to keep the pressure on.
Your hands up together, Moya. Let's finish that takedown.
Yeah, Molly's trying to get her. She's been working for a takedown the whole fight. She's trying so hard. You've got to admire her heart, determination. Her ability to close the distance has been very good. She's having a lot more success in the end of round 2 and round 3 here.
Switching out to the single. Take the back. She gave him the elbow.
Take the back. She's not in the right position, really. Nice knees from Molly Cooper. 10 seconds.
I like how she's turning it on. That's great.
She's going to spin.
It's got to come. It's got to come. Come on.
Oh, double front kick. Oh, hook kick.
Ooh. I didn't hear the buzzer. That was amazing. That's all 3 rounds.
3 rounds to Molly Cooper. It's got to be.
I don't know how satisfied she is. She can probably go another 3.
Incredible. But Battle Arena brought to you by ISKA, Eric's Fight Gear, and Preferred Chat. Privacy first. I value my privacy, Steve. Do you?
You can catch me on OnlyFans. At, I mean, yeah, of course. Everybody deserves a bit of privacy.
I was when they go. I remember listening to something that said that your Alexa's listening to all the time. I was like, "There's some poor person so bored of listening to me shout at my children to eat their breakfast."
Yeah. If I have to make cinnamon sugar oatmeal one more time in my life, oh my god. Oh yeah. But let's not take away from Molly Cooper's amazing performance and stand-up debut here. Get that girl fighting more.
Yeah, we want to see you again, Molly Cooper.
And we want to see you, Weafer, as well, because that was wicked. And I think just a little bit of adjustment in styles, and we could have had a bit more success. But that was excellent work from both ladies.
And all 3 judges have it as a unanimous decision for the fighter in the blue corner, Molly Cooper. And leading this place for the world, Weaver.
Oh, Steve, do we have a good fight coming up next? We have the champion, George Caruana, coming off 2 huge victories, taking on the undefeated 2-0 Imran Chelms, London Shoot Fight. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes.
The bantamweight fighter making a step up. Want to show everybody what's up. And that is the real question. George Caruana's, cuts a lot of weight to get down to 135. I'm looking forward to the kind of strength that he might have at 66, 67 kilos. Imran Chelms, though, an unknown quantity in terms of my idea. But Chris knows a few things, which I'm sure he's going to get to in a moment. But Imran Chelms from London Shoot